Hello everyone. In my artist presentation, I will be discussing Alberta Whittle, a multidisciplinary artist born in Barbados, and I will be focusing on her piece called Cream. According to the government art collection, the materials of this piece are aluminum and C-type photographs turned into prints. According to an interview between Raquel Villar Perez and Alberta Whittle, Cream is a part of her series called Business as Usual, which was the title of Alberta's first solo show in Tyburn Gallery in London. She often uses humorous titles, and this title is actually referencing a common business term that is meant to keep things rolling, no matter how it can affect yourself and especially others. Alberta Whittle. With this being said, she often works with sculpture, paint, photography, and more. She is native to Barbados, but also shares a Scottish background belonging to her father's ancestry. In a wide range of mediums, she explores Black diaspora in the Caribbean in regard to colonialism, slave trade, migration, mass fruit industry enforced in the Caribbean agriculture, and the uprooting of natural resources in order to benefit tourism and a hyper-idealized vision of the Caribbean. Whittle has a very dense material she wants to explore in her work and voice as an artist. However, she emphasizes self-healing as a means of resistance against anti-Blackness and as an act of self-liberation. According to Professor Rosenblum's lecture, during the late 15th century, Christopher Columbus traveled to the Caribbean and soon conquered parts of the Caribbean over time. He took their natural resources such as gold and other minerals, plants, animals, and forced slave labor to gain economic power. As well, during this period, natives died continuously due to armed conflict, slave labor in mines and plantations, and diseases. This can be said to have led to the extinction of many tribes known as the Ciboney in western Cuba and the Arawak in Puerto Rico. With this in mind, there is deep trauma within the Caribbean community, especially in the native ones. Along with the trauma caused by slavery, mass death rates, uprooting of natural resources for trade, there was an overall transformation of their native home, which will be further discussed based on the arrival of the British. According to Professor Rosenblum's lecture, Picturing the Caribbean, the Perfect Jamaica, the British conquered parts of the Caribbean and used their natives for labor and their land for mass agriculture to benefit the fruit industries, along with the American fruit industries. They replaced native plants with fruits such as coconuts, bananas, pineapple, cane sugar, bamboo, and more. To my own analysis, this connects to Whittle's piece, Cream, as the figure is surrounded and almost taken over by large coconuts, and has layers of banana images onto their clothing. Whittle uses references of Caribbean culture to address their history. Cream is a reflection of how Alberta Whittle consumes and heals from ancestral traumas and her own. Whittle often questions the idealized representations of the Caribbean that are often sourced by tourist promoters and artists. Their representations often hid slavery and focused on the colorful agriculture that was forced onto this environment. Since natives were often taken advantage of and overlooked, a form of art was created to release these traumas, masquerades, and carnivals. Whittle connects her series of collage work to the masquerades and carnival culture by creating a new identity using a variety of objects, masking, and references to Caribbean culture. Using my own analysis of Cream, their body is a vibrant shade of purple that is covered in mostly fruit. Their face is partially covered by a large group of snakes floating and floating above and to the side of their head. This connects to how Whittle describes her work as Afrofuturism, as she views the new identity as shifting in an otherworldly environment and therefore reaching high spirituality. According to Day's article, Whittle believes, as a way of resistance against anti-Blackness, self-healing can be found through self-love and compassion. She values the importance of awareness and acceptance of emotions rather than living in a state of numbness. In regard to my own analysis of Cream, the figure is in a strong posture position that evokes confidence and a sense of calm nature. I view it as there is a calm during the storm, and although they are surrounded by it in the image, through referencing Caribbean natural resources such as gold, forest plantation fruits, and those who benefited from it, British, Americans, and Spaniards. There is still a sense of balance as they're upholding a new sense of reality that is healing through feeling their emotions, through feeling their traumas, and creating a new path for their lives. Thank you for listening.